Many of you are sitting in the dark right now, wondering why things are falling apart. You feel like you're losing your grip on your career, your relationships, or your sense of self. But I want to tell you, the shaking is not your destruction, it is your preparation. When God is about to give you something big, the first thing He does is clear the space. You cannot build a skyscraper on the foundation of a shack. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. If you are experiencing a season of subtraction, it's because the divine architect is making room for multiplication. Think about the seasons of nature. Before the bloom of spring, there is the death of winter. The trees must shed their leaves. They must look bare, cold, and forgotten. If you feel forgotten today, understand that you are in your winter. The things that are leaving your life, the friends who walked away, the doors that slammed shut, the nose that broke your heart, those were not accidents. They were removals. God is pruning you. Pruning is painful. It involves a sharp blade cutting away parts of you that you thought you needed. But a gardener doesn't prune a plant to kill it. He prunes it so that it can bear more fruit. You are being stripped of the good so that you can receive the great. You are being pulled back like an arrow in a bow. The further back you are pulled, the more tension you feel, and the more it feels like you're going backward. But that tension is the very energy that will propel you into a future you couldn't reach on your own. The second sign that something massive is coming your way is internal chaos. You will start to feel a deep dissatisfaction with where you are. You'll feel a holy frustration. The places that used to make you happy now feel small. The conversations you used to enjoy now feel shallow. This is because God is expanding your capacity. You cannot handle a big blessing with a small character. If He gave you the $1 million business today, but you didn't have the discipline to manage $100, that blessing would become your curse. If He gave you the platform before you had the humility, your ego would destroy you. So He put you in the fire. The fire represents the trials that test your integrity. It's the moments when you have every reason to quit, but you stay. It's the moments when you're treated unfairly, but you choose to forgive. It's the moments when no one is watching, but you still do the right thing. This refinement is about character over comfort. When the weight of the blessing arrives, your character is the only thing that will hold it up. If you are going through a season where your patience is being tested, where your faith is being stretched, and where your ego is being crushed, rejoice. It means the weight of what's coming is so heavy that God has to make sure your foundation is made of rock, not sand. Perhaps the most difficult sign to interpret is the silence. There comes a point in your journey where the mentors disappear, the signs fade, and it feels like God has gone quiet. This is the wilderness. In the wilderness, there are no distractions. There is no one to clap for you. There is no one to validate you. It is just you and your Creator. Why does this happen right before the breakthrough? Because God wants to know if you are addicted to the blessing or if you are committed to the blesser. The wilderness is where your faith becomes sightless. True faith isn't believing when everything looks good. True faith is believing when you are surrounded by a desert. If you are in a season where you feel lonely, where you feel like you're shouting into the void and getting no answer, do not panic. The teacher is always silent during the test. This silence is meant to develop your inner ear. When the world goes quiet, you learn to hear the still, small voice. You learn to rely on your internal compass rather than external validation. When you can walk through the dark without losing your way, you prove that you are ready to lead others into the light. The silence isn't a sign of absence, it's a sign of transition. The fourth sign is resistance. Just as an airplane experiences the most friction right before it breaks the sound barrier, you will experience the most opposition right before your breakthrough. When you decide to stay average, the world leaves you alone. But the moment you decide to pursue the big thing God has placed in your heart, the critics will come out. Doubts will flood your mind. Obstacles will appear out of nowhere. This is threshold resistance. You must understand that the enemy doesn't fight people who are going nowhere. The level of your opposition is a direct indicator of the level of your destination. If the battle has intensified, it's because you are standing at the gates of your promised land. Do not mistake opposition for a stop sign. It is a keep going sign. It is proof that you are a threat to the status quo. When God is about to give you something big, He allows you to face giants so that you can realize the power that lives inside you. You don't get the strength and then face the giant. You face the giant and you find the strength. Stand your ground. Your big thing is on the other side of your big obstacle. The final sign, the one that tells you the breakthrough is literally at the door, is a deep, unexplainable peace. Suddenly the anxiety leaves. The need to make it happen by your own strength dissolves. You reach a point of total surrender where you can say, God, I've done everything I can. The rest is up to you. This isn't the peace of someone who has everything figured out. It's the peace of someone who knows who is in control. When you stop trying to force doors open and start trusting that the right doors cannot stay closed, you have reached the state of readiness. You are no longer chasing the blessing, you are attracting it. You have become the person who can sustain what is coming. Look around you. If you have been pruned, refined in the fire, tested in the silence, and have stood firm against opposition, then take a deep breath. Your something big is not just coming, it is already here, waiting for the perfect moment to manifest. God is not a man that he should lie. If he promised it, he will perform it. Your story doesn't end in the struggle, it ends in the victory. Prepare your heart, prepare your mind, and get ready to receive. We have spoken about the pruning, the fire, the silence, and the opposition. But now we speak about you. You are still here. Through every tear, every sleepless night, and every moment you wanted to throw in the towel, you stayed. That resilience is the final piece of the puzzle. God doesn't give big things to people who quit when it gets uncomfortable. He gives them to the ones who have been forged in the shadows and are ready to stand in the light. As you leave this moment, I want you to stop looking at your circumstances and start looking at your Creator. The signs are all around you. The discomfort you feel is just your old life becoming too small for the giant spirit living inside you. This is your final confirmation. If you can feel the shift in the atmosphere, if you can feel that pull in your soul that says there is more, then the wait is over. The preparation is complete. The stage is set. Go out today not as a victim of your trials, but as a victor in training. Walk with your head held high, knowing that the something big isn't just a dream, it is your upcoming reality. Your breakthrough isn't just coming, it is knocking on the door. All you have to do is be ready to let it in. Believe it, receive it, and never look back.